Israel has decided to cancel a meeting in Washington after the US chose not to veto a UN Security Council resolution urging a ceasefire in Gaza. This move comes after several unsuccessful attempts to pass similar resolutions since the attack on 7th of October. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has criticized the US for what he called an abandonment of its previous policy. The resolution also called for the release of all hostages, but Israel believes that Hamas and its allies are holding about 130 hostages in Gaza. The resolution, from which the US abstained, received overwhelming support from other Security Council members, including the United Kingdom. However, Israel expresses disappointment that the resolution did not make the ceasefire condition on the release of hostages. And so, as a result of this change in US position, Israel has decided to cancel a planned visit to the US this week, further increasing the cracks within the alliance. The Israeli and US officials were supposed to discuss Israel's planned offensive in Rafah, Gaza in this meeting. The US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken had also publicly expressed concern over a ground operation in Rafah, warning that it could lead to more civilian casualties and it is not a solution to defeat Hamas. In response to Israel's decision, the US Security Council had also reiterated its stance that a major ground offensive in Rafah will be a major mistake. However, scheduled meetings between the Israel and US officials will be planned as proceed, but now that is not happening as of now. Israel's opposition leader Yair Lapid has also criticized Netanyahu's decision, calling it unnecessary and irresponsible. He emphasized the importance of maintaining a united front in defending Israel's interest. The resolution passed by the UN Security Council is considered binding on UN member states, but the US has stated that it does not view Monday's vote as a binding on Israel. Meanwhile, Israel has retaliated its stance that it will not stop the war in Gaza until all hostages are released. Talks between Israel and Hamas representatives are still ongoing, with mediators in Qatar facilitating the discussion. The dire humanitarian situation in Gaza remains a major concern, with the UN warning of a famine if aid efforts are not increased. The British government has also announced its first airdrop of food into Gaza in response to this crisis, urging Israel to allow more aid into the territory.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.